I think the most important tip, especially for national, gotta make sure the hair.
Oh.
Make sure it's all, you just gotta make sure everything looks good first before you get there.
Before you get there?
I think that's number
Don't you
one.
bring it though, just in case
You just
it
always
starts
have it in
getting
the back
ruffled?
pocket, just have it in the back pocket, so when you're going up to do a big deal, the hair is on point. Everything else takes care of itself after that.
It's summertime, guys. And every summer, the biggest sports collectibles convention is upon us. It is the National Sports Collectors Convention.
All right.
Let's go. Guys, but we want to show you, we've been going for many years. How do you become successful? How do you take advantage of the National Sports Collectors Convention? So we want to tell you guys some tips for being successful at the National Convention. Ryan, what are some tips, man?
Tips or mistakes? I mean, which way are we going?
No, we're not going
Both.
mistakes. Well, we just want to teach you how to be
That's also a
successful.
tip.
So I think for something like the national, when you're going to so many different booths, I think it can get overwhelming to a lot of people. So I think having a plan before you go there, exactly what you're looking for. So if you're searching for a certain player, a certain card, or whatever the case may be, having that plan before you go there and knowing what you want to pay before you go to the booth is essential. Because I think when you go to all these booths and it's almost overwhelming and you're excited about being there, you could get caught up in the back and forth that you end up overpaying a lot because you're just so caught up in the moment.
So are you going in there knowing what player and what cards you're looking for? Because I know there's a ton of huge cards, huge one-of-ones. So if you're going in there, you're saying, I need to buy LeBron or Mike Trout or whoever, and I'm looking for these specific cards.
I'm going with 3 or 4 players that they're the only 3 or 4 players I'm buying that weekend. I know price points of what I want to pay, what I'm looking for, and then just the rest kind of takes care of itself.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
I'm honestly going to echo a lot of what Ryan just said. I think a big tip is to just, be aware of what's around you. I mean, there's cash flying around. There's cards everywhere. Don't get overwhelmed because, Ryan's right. I mean, you feel this pressure. I mean, people are overlooking you. Everyone's looking up comps. There's cash everywhere. Dude, there's people stealing things. Just, be aware of what's going on. Yeah. There's a lot of clowns that go there. Every year, stuff's getting stolen. Just be aware, be present. I like the idea of going after 1 or 2 players, 1 or 2 cards. Go after them. But other than that, you gotta be aware of your surroundings. Mm-hmm. And also for me, I think a big thing is all these relationships you have. You talk to people on Instagram every day. You do deals with people. Meet up with them. Relationships are so awesome in this hobby. We all need each other. And then I think the biggest tip is come see us, man. Come see us at Goldin.
That's a good plan.
We'll be taking consignments. We're here to help everyone. We love meeting our consigners. But going in with a plan and not being overwhelmed are absolute 2 keys to a show of this magnitude.
It's interesting.
David, you're a veteran. Well, you're a semi-star. You're very popular.
I've done the National for quite some time, and I love Ryan's plan of finding the guys and going after them, because how many times do you guys either go into an auction or a show and you end up finding another item that's cool, but it's not what you really wanted.
All the time.
You spend all the cash on it, and then you see the item you want, and you're like, shoot, I've spent that. For me, what I would suggest is if you see the item that you like and it's a rare one of one or something you're like, whoa, I've never seen this, don't let it go.
Right.
I will tell you, it won't come back around. You probably won't see it again.
You'll regret it.
Right. So if you see the item that you want and you have an offer in mind, or you guys are negotiating, you got to stick that out. Because I've seen too many times, I've actually in a conversation with a one-on-one Trout rookie years ago, and I'm like, he's coming back, and obviously that's from a dealer standpoint. Right. But even if I was walking the floor, deals to be had all over the place. If a dealer has a card you're looking to buy, you guys got to negotiate. You got to try to lock it up, because you leave and you're like, oh, I've been thinking about that. When you go back,
it's too late.
Card's gone.
It's happened to me quite a few times, and the only thing I had was regret. I would have overpaid a little bit.
I still think about stuff that I've lost 5 years ago.
You make a good point, because it's impulsivity is everywhere at a show like this. Sure. I mean, your head's on a swivel. You might see Ken Goldin. You run up to Ken, maybe get a pay. You're flustered. Right, you're all over the place. So, try not to be too impulsive, because it's easy to just spend all your cash on something that you don't want.
Talking about being impulsive, right? The guys that are posting online, look at this one of one. the guys that are quick to react are the ones that usually are buying those. And then here we see months later, they're doubling up, right? So sometimes being impulsive or at least acting.
Yeah, but
quick is
if it's exactly what you're looking for, I agree. I think we're on the same page there. Having
So
a
you
plan.
need to have the plan. You need to know what you're looking for. Something else also, the National, it's an opportunity. First of all, PSA and all the grading specials that are there. Every year I go and you go early and I am ready to submit
So
cards.
you got to be ready for that too.
You got to be ready to
is
submit
insane.
cards. And what I would do is I'd start getting your cards ready in advance, and I'd go there and I'd go to PSA First or wherever you're going,
True.
and I would drop those cards off because those will actually get graded. They'll be back to you by the end of the show.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity.
Do
If
it
you
early.
don't want to
Do it early.
ship, if you don't want to ship things around, you can drop them. I've actually dropped off Saturday morning. Not recommend doing this. And by Sunday night, I was able to get my order back, and I was like, man, that would have taken months. So definitely take advantage of the grading specials. Take advantage of the specials. There's all sorts of opportunities. I'm not one to go around and say, hey, I want free this or free that. There's plenty of guys out there that will do that. They'll make up, they have 3 kids and they want 2 free bags. They keep coming back for the same free stuff. But people are giving things away. Last year, Ken was giving away autographs. Guys were selling them on eBay for $200-$300.
That?
That's all over the place. Those VIP bags you get, some of those one-of-ones and stuff, I see those things selling for thousands of dollars. So I would say at least be aware of the discounts and the promotions. We're running a promotion where if you consign with us, you're going to get an opportunity to get into a box break. Like,
Higher end
it's free
stuff,
money, right? Like, so you consign an item. Obviously, you sell it with Goldin and you make money doing that and you enjoy the experience. But what if you end up in a box break and you pull a $40,000 card or something, So you have the opportunity to do that where we aren't normally saying, hey, consign with us and get into a box break. We're willing to do that at the National, and other people are doing all sorts of things as well. So get into the promotions. That's what I would advise as well. Get into the promotions. And of course, meeting up and people, this is the time, if you're tired at the end of the day and you have the opportunity to go home and sleep, stay up, try to stay up.
I was literally just going to say, I think the biggest advice you can give is just enjoy it. Like, this is the one show of the year where it's a room filled with thousands and thousands of people who are just like you, who love this for all the same reasons you love it. And for me, my dad took me my first card show when I was a little kid, and that's what hooked me on this. I fell in love with it when I was a little kid.
Too.
So for me, I just think kind of take out the money side of it and just enjoy it. Like, these are people who are literally in this hobby for the same reasons you are, and it's pretty cool to be in a room filled with all the like people like that.
Yeah.
So like I said, just listen, just be aware, man. There's still a lot of scumbags out there.
Yeah.
Watch your cards, watch your cash.
Well, what about like these 12-year-old kids that are carrying a $200,000 briefcase who can't even defend themselves? You really do. What do you guys think on bringing a briefcase full of expensive cards? Do you guys probably say leave a few at home, or do you think these guys should be rolling around with this stuff? It's it's kind of a little nerve-wracking.
You gotta have a little bait.
Yeah, I always used to bring all my stuff too. I was like that guy.
But you've been doing jiu-jitsu.
He does jiu-jitsu, man. He's the unit.
Well, look, if you guys are at the National, we'd love to meet you.
Come say hi.
Honestly, look, take advantage of the extracurricular activities, because last year we got Carlo to the bar and we would not let him leave until he had enough shots. So we enjoy going out. We enjoy having a good time. That's
how many shots I had? All of them. So let's have some fun.
At least he made it the next day. Guys, look, hopefully enjoyed the tips, and we'll see you at the National.
Thanks, Dave.